Yeah, we got the gasket set in. So let's go ahead and pop this leaky one off. And we'll get that new one on. Then we can put the rest of the thing together and fire it up. It's been pretty good that we found the problem with the original element was I didn't clean off the old gasket enough anyhow. That'll teach me. And, you know, we may find out that the little sight glass wasn't in enough. But anyway, I didn't know that in advance. I would have looked. But anyhow, we got the new gaskets, which was the way to go, really. Those weren't really looking the best. And I also, when we were doing this, I switched over to the metal sight glass guard off that plastic one. And yeah, look, this one came up easy. There we go. That was really lucky right there. And then I bought, you know, the set, sight glass, 2 gaskets, and the gasket for the top too. So we'll pop these old ones out and the washers. Let's just see what they look like. Not fabulous, probably. It's been fun doing this guy. We've really done a lot on it. And yeah, we just had our show on Puerto Rico, so that coffee was fun. And I've been using this one since it's been reassembled the last few days because we have Moody here. And so I make using 3 machines, the 2 usual and then 1. Sometimes I just use the 2 and make a double, you know, make 1, let the pressure off, make another. But it's kind of fun this way. I get to use 3 machines, easy. And whenever I do these gaskets, I just put the tiniest, not a lot, just a super thin coating. I think it kind of preserves them and it makes the glass slide easier and really doesn't get on anything if you don't goop too much. I just really, just a nice thin layer I think is good on them. Makes it seal good and maybe even protects the gasket a little longer. But there we go, we're ready to pop these in. Really simple procedure, fun to do. Probably the hardest part is an old one where you got to really work that glass out. It's really sometimes a little more difficult. You got to get your fingers in there, and sometimes on those it's easier just to break it and have a new one. So that's why I have a backup. That's why I got the kit with another new sight glass. Plus I think Miss Greene deserves a new glass. You'll see in a minute that. No, couldn't. Sometimes I get that washer to stick to the 111 a little bit, but we'll just go on its side here. Then we'll get that to sit in and we'll go ahead and get all ready to put the glass in. There's our unit. You know, the long, like the newer ones I think are the same on each side, the remades, but the originals are a little longer. The little longer goes on the bottom, but I've got a couple backwards, my older machines. It doesn't make a difference, but I kind of always want to switch them around. I like it to be the official way, but there we go. So that's just barely started, and we'll pull out our new sight glass. Let's just double check them. Same diameter, same length, and nice and clear. The old one's a little bit foggy, but maybe I can experiment in cleaning it out now that I have it out of the room. We'll put this new one in. Carefully slide it down. Now usually I use a little bit of like a wooden dowel, like a chopstick, or something less sharp as a flathead screwdriver, but that's what I'm doing here. So don't always do it like that, but I'm not going to push hard with it because you can easily chip the top of that. And then we look, it wasn't all the way down. I thought it was, but it was a little off center, so we'll push that in. You know, the other one may have been like that, but I don't know. I don't think so, but it doesn't matter now. So there we go. And God, that's looking good. There we are. So we'll get, yeah, there it is. Now it's all the way through. I have the washer gasket. It's going to fit really nice and firm and snug here. So we'll just hand tighten those 2 little tightening lug screws there, nuts. There we go. I like to get them just snug, not to crank them down right off, because later if there's any reason, because of the cooling and heating, they start to leak. Sometimes you can tighten them a little, they'll go longer. So just so they'll seal and be, you know, snug. You don't have to like tweak them down hardcore or anything like that. There you go. And that's about it. Great. Now we can, you know, do the leak test I've been wanting to do to see if that leaks again like last time. And here we'll go. Yeah, she's looking good. All brand new glass, and the metal sight glass I think looks good. So let's watch the water come up. We'll do a little leak test. And I also like to let it sit overnight cold with the new cap on there just to see. One time I did it, and after, the next morning you could see a little tiny drop of water without even heating it up. I think it was this one when I first sealed it. I had a hard time sealing it. And you can see in the end why it was. My own fault. But all right, there we go. No leaks. That was a real big win. Now we're going to do a cold test and let this baby sit overnight. And we'll just, go from there. And then we'll wake up and we'll check it again. Anyway, okay. We'll let this sit overnight and just do a little leak test on the bottom to see if anything drips out just with gravity. Usually I let it sit, like 24 hours. We big win on the no more leaking with the new gasket, so that pays off. So we'll let this sit. We'll watch the sunset and have a coffee, and then tomorrow we'll do some stuff. The sun's back out. A little bit of foggy on the horizon, but the big storm's gone. That was really something. There'll be a little video about tools that we made during the storm, but excellent. Okay, it's the morning. Let's just see if we got any drips. I don't think we did, and yeah, it looks good. No water on the towel. All right, so step one. Step one done, and we'll go ahead and get everything else on and fire this baby. All right, no leaks. So look what I found too is the original little gasket at the top of the sight glass. It's like the kind of the same material as the one for the heating element. But anyway, that was kind of wild, and so that's out. And I got one of those new Teflon ones in. They'll work together. And I put everything back together, got the switch, and you've all seen go back together. I'm going to still do the fuse there because I didn't put one in yet, because I'm going to redo the switch a little bit. That switch is working, but it didn't quite fit right. I'm going to try to find one that fits a little better. A few people have on the groups have found some that fit a little better, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put the fuse on this one. But other than that, it's all working. I got it back together. Excellent, didn't leak. And we just did a heat test. Nothing came out under pressure. So let's give her a run up. Yeah, she's looking back in shape. And I like her a lot better with the metal sight glass guard rather than that plastic one. The plastic, it's an easy one. You can get the glass out easy with those, but I don't know about them. Maybe if there's some type of metal mesh one, you could slide over instead. That had kind of a neat look. But yeah, there we go. She's running good. She's always been a little higher on the pressure and than a couple of other ones. So I may replace the spring too on this one, even though it is a new one replaced. But yeah, there she goes. Yeah, back in operation, working like a dream with the classic double spout. And there we go, Miss Greene. So that was a really fun project. I have another project we're doing. We'll start in a little bit. We have the coffee tasting going, a little tool show. I have a couple pretty neat things, and then I have that weird secret machine I've been building for quite a while. There's been trials and tribulations there, but shoot, it's almost ready. So, excellent.